Hello, I'm John Walker, the director of the Cayembas Institute for Latin American Studies in Music. Our subsidiary, Cayembas Music Press, has published hundreds of works from Latin America, including 10 pieces for unaccompanied oboe. The oldest of these is Venezuelan Alfredo de Monaco's Lyrica, composed during the early 1990s and published by the Fundación Vicente Emilio Sojo in 1998. We arranged with the composer's heirs to republish this work, thereby effectively rescuing an important member composition in what is, numerically speaking, a not very substantial genre. Indeed, not only was the first work for solo oboe composed less than 65 years ago, I'm referring to Carlos Chavez's Upingos of 1957, in the intervening years between it and Delmonaco's Lyrica, there were only 4 other works composed for unaccompanied oboe during that 33-year period. After Lyrica, there was a span of 20-plus years until Brazilian composer Edson Beltrami composed his Tres Lendas for solo oboe in 2014. This was followed by an uptick in compositions for unaccompanied oboe, including Venezuelan composer Luis Ernesto Gomez's Lyrica in 2018, and Peruvian composer Daniel Cueto's La Peña y la Luna in 2020. So chronologically speaking, Lyrica occupies an important role as the final work in what I characterize as the first wave of compositions for solo oboe. However, it's in stylistic terms that its true importance can be more fully appreciated. For example, it can be performed for oboe alone or for oboe and fixed media. It's also the first work in its genre that reveals a complete indifference to conventional rhythmic structures. In other words, this is not music that can be measured with a metronome. Rather, its melodic movement seems to suggest a sort of natural accentuation akin to that of plain chant. Finally, there's a question about the spelling of the title of this work. Although Lyrica, that is Lyrika, is printed on both the title page and the first page of the score, on the last page, the one on which the performance indications are provided, the title is given as Lyrica, Lyrica. I discussed this with Juan Francisco Sanz, the original editor, who pointed out that Delmonaco may have been looking for a title that more closely corresponds with his unconventional approach to writing for the oboe. Therefore, by spelling the title with a Y and a K, Delmonaco is able to settle on an unconventional way to write the Spanish word Lyrica without either obscuring its meaning or distorting its pronunciation. I hope you found this video to be informative and enjoyable. The Cayembas Institute is using the richness and diversity of Latin American classical music as a bridge to connect composers, performers, and audiences around the world. Please visit our websites if you're interested in learning more about our organization.